Hi, so I wanted to provide you with just a quick tour of the most recent online education course that I had created in response to a need from one of our local agencies. One of our aeromedical services reached out and indicated that their registered nurses had to be certified as EMTs in order to function in certain states, and they fly in different locations. So, as I outlined on my web page, we have different components here that all structure together to kind of make a seamless educational opportunity for these individuals, especially seeing as how they already have the basic knowledge and education they need not only on disease pathology but also on anatomy and physiology. We can really focus the attention on the transitionary information they need to switch from long-term definitive care that they would normally do in a hospital setting to the corrective measures to prevent death in the emergency setting, which is very different from the first thing that we pull up or when those individuals go online. This is the page that they will see. So you can see it opens up to the PMed 100, and of course that's the college labeling for the course. And immediately over here on the left side you see the Start Here tab. So if they click the Start Here, this is going to provide them some information. First and foremost, I provide them with a welcome message that kind of tells them a little bit about me, what my expectations are of the online course, and how to navigate through the program and get the highest score that they can possibly get on the things that they need to achieve as part of the program. So I'm going to back up here. You'll also see on this page that we have information provided to them on what it is to be an EMT in the state of West Virginia, what you have to do to become certified, how to create that National Registry account, and how to navigate through coursesites. So I provided them with a quick paper tutorial, a little PDF file of how to navigate through coursesites if they're not familiar with it. Of course, this is a free version of Blackboard that is available to anyone who is wanting to teach a curriculum. And then at the bottom I also included a support link for technology on PlayPosit, which is where our lectures are located for these individuals. So this provides them with pretty much the information that they would need outside of the classroom. They can move down here to syllabi and outline, and this will provide them, they can either view it from the page here, as you can see, or they can actually download it or print it out if they chose to. But it provides them with all the background information on the course, what expectations are, what the outcomes, the syllabi, and so forth. Then they're going to spend the majority of their time here in the content section. So in the content section, this is pretty much what I wanted to focus my attention on here. Is the content has been broken down into modules, and there's a total of 8 modules that the nurses have to work through and navigate through. And so they will begin their curriculum through these different modules, and they're set up specifically for them. So let's just open Module 2, which is Patient Assessment. From this opening module, you will see that we've opened Module 2 here, and this is going to provide us with a step-by-step progress throughout the module. I'm going to actually click, instead of clicking forward into the lecture, I'm going to open it externally just to make it a little bit more simplistic for this tour. So when they click this link for the lecture for Scene Size Up, this is what will appear. And you'll see that I've already kind of moved this presentation forward a little bit. I just wanted to provide you with an idea of how I chose to create these embedded lectures with the embedded questions as a formative assessment that focuses less on knowledge recall and more on how to apply the information for critical thinking and decision-making skills. So I'm going to go ahead and let you see just this couple of seconds of the video so you can see how those questions are embedded. Remove them from the scene to get them out of that violent area, then that's great. But if you're in a position where you have no choice but to retreat, then you need to do so. And you can put anything you need in the way, whether it be the cot, the bag of medications. Trust me, your agency will want you to protect yourself. So as you can see, this is the type of scenario-based question that the students, these nurses that need to get certified, would be faced with. And so it provides them with that application process. What should you do next? What are we going to do next in our care process, or the particular patient encounter? So there's plenty of options here, and then it does provide a quick response. So let's see. We'll go ahead and click this one and hit submit, and you will see yes, it was correct. So then it would click continue and it would move forward in the presentation. So I'm going to come back out. So coming back to this page and just kind of giving you an idea of what I can do with those lectures is, after the student has completed them, I can actually go back in and see what their scores were and how they answered certain questions, so that helps me when they come into the skills laboratory to know what I need to focus on in simulation or in the cases, or if there's some basic information recall that needs to be replayed to try to make sure that we catch their higher level cognition skills. So they make their way through these lectures, and then you'll see here we have a patient encounter case. If they click this, it will take them to a launch page, so we'll click the launch. And it's going to ask you to begin the case, and this is on history taking. So we actually have an external video link, and we would click that video link, watch it, and then we're going to provide responses to these questions. So this provides that person with the case-based, or the video cases, and how we're going to analyze that scene. So this takes it up a step away from just static word information and places it in an actual case encounter, so they can see what that would be like and what kinds of information they need to obtain. So I'll just click this really quickly.
Okay. Sweetie, can you tell me what happened today? You don't know? How you want Dad to answer? Okay. Dad, can you tell us what happened?
Should have a reg.
So you can kind of get the concept here that this is all about a case, and then the students would be responsible for asking what techniques in therapeutic communication and history taking were used by the physician, what techniques can we replicate in the field as EMS providers, and what out-of-the-box techniques could you use to communicate with children on the ambulance, which is very important because they look at us as strangers and we're scary because we're the people that have needles. So this is a kind of unique way that I've incorporated higher level cognition cases to kind of develop those critical thinking skills. Not that the nurses don't have those critical thinking skills, but they function more under the direct supervision of a physician, whereas in the field we're responsible for more autonomous thinking. We're responsible for being the eyes and ears of the physician and functioning under established protocols and standing orders. So I'm going to come back in to the module. And you'll see that this continues down through, and then finally you'll reach the point where as a student you would be asked to click into the module exam, and it always reminds you that the exam is timed and that but these tests, the way these tests are established is based on criterion referenced assessment, and it's because of all of the governing bodies that require certain objectives to be met and certain criteria to be met for healthcare setting and for emergency services. But this is just a quick tutorial, just a kind of a quick tour of the course that I've set up through coursesites to help assist those aeromedical service personnel with obtaining their EMT certification. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, I'd love to hear feedback. Please feel free to give me a shout. Thank you. Have a great day.